Hello and welcome to Simplicity Secrets. I am your host, Cindy Van Arnhem. I am a simplicity magician, a master quantum numerologist, and a universal laws coach. And one of the things that I used to do way back in the day was try to control everything through sheer willpower alone. After studying all the productivity greats and really tapping into the knowledge and information that they had to share, I decided that it was all about just forcing and manipulating the material world, that there was nothing else to it than that. That if I just worked a little bit harder, somehow I would have that magical breakthrough of success that I so desired. And so I would hustle, I would grind, I would do things that I thought I should be doing. I fell into obligation energy, I would people please. You name it, I've probably done it. And then I began to understand through the work with my mentor, Joy Kingsborough, this technology that we carry in the body. I began to think like the universe. And one of the things I understand deeply is that complication is never the way of the universe. Flow is the way of the universe. There is always a simpler path. But our minds, our human minds, have a hard time finding that sometimes, especially when we're caught up in the list of 52 million things to do and all of the obligations and shoulds and other people's agendas. They talk about focusing in productivity and making sure that you turn all your notifications off, but they don't really tell you why you're supposed to do that. From a logical sense, it makes sense, you don't get distracted by notifications. But what it really is about is focusing inward, focusing in on a feeling state of how you want to go about your day. It's about an intention and then not allowing distractions to come in to pull you off track from that intention. Now, one of the things that I do is these activations. It is using a modality called quantum expansion. This is not meditation. This is not meant for you to leave your thoughts behind. This is a very active modality. Now, I'm not actually teaching you how to do the modality. I have spent years training in how to do this, but I am activating the energy within the body that allows it to move into what you're experiencing if you should so choose. If you don't choose that, then it's okay. Don't worry about it and move right on. But if you choose to have more flow in your life, to activate simplicity in your life, then I would invite you to join me for a practice. Now, these practices end up sometimes creating some release in the body. Now, it is not a healing modality in any way, shape or form. It is not designed to heal the body, and yet it does have the side effect of doing just that. But what we're actually doing is activating the technology in our body that is, by the way, more powerful than any supercomputer ever made by man. And it gives us the ability to notice what we notice. So as you practice this, and as you're catching it live or on the replay, I invite you to simply notice. Put on your observer hat and see how your day unfolds. See how the next few days unfold, and notice what you notice. So today I want to activate the creative flow. We want to activate creative flow. Now, as a quantum numerologist, I'm always feeling into the particular energy of the day. And today's energy is about creative expression. However, what can happen in this energy is it can feel like there's so many things that we get overwhelmed, which creates stress, anxiety, control. I need to get all the things done on the to-do list. And then the body starts shutting down and things get hard. Now you're trying to force the email out that should be really easy to write. And we forget that we have so much power available to us. So in a brief practice, you can shift and activate creative flow so that things just flow easily. Where the email and the text message get easy to write, where sometimes it feels like they write themselves. Today's energy is really about activating that flow. So we're going to dive into an exercise to do just that right now. So if you are driving or operating Heavy machinery, please do not do this exercise. If you're listening and you're driving, please come back to this replay and do this when you have a moment to close your eyes and come into the body. This exercise is very personal for each human, and we don't want you doing this while you're operating machinery. So if you are in a restful position, whether it be seated or laying down, I invite you to go ahead and just close your eyes. And bring your attention and awareness to the breath. And just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just putting aside anything that you were doing before this and anything that you need to do after. And giving yourself the gift of this time within the body. And as you bring your mental awareness to the space at the top of the head, just noticing that that space at the top of the head feels open and curious. It is okay that I don't know. I am okay with whatever arises. Just allowing yourself to be curious. And imagining a liquid golden light pouring in through the top of the head. Imagining that you're sitting in the sun and the sun is pouring in through the top of the head, connecting you to the source of all that is. And as you feel that energy pouring down behind the eyes, down into the space behind the nose and the jaw, you notice the body beginning to relax. And just feeling the tension leave the body as that awareness comes down into the throat. Just allowing yourself to make any adjustments to the body to be comfortable. And giving your body what it needs. As that source light pours down across the shoulders, bringing with it the ease and comfort. Feeling as that energy pours down the arms, through the elbows, down through the forearms, and into the palms of the hands. Noticing that energy filling up all of the spaces in the fingers and into the fingertips and the thumb. Feeling source energy pouring down the spine, ease and comfort filling the spaces of the body. Loving all that is, making adjustments as needed to the body. As you bring your awareness to source energy pouring down through the chest and into the rib cage, filling the spaces in the lungs, in between the ribs, and in the space of the heart. Imagining as it fills the space of the heart that it then pours through all of the ventricles and arteries, filling up the spaces in the body with comfort and with ease. Noticing that source, universal energy permeating every cell of the body. As you bring your awareness down through the lower torso, feeling that energy filling the spaces in the organs and the belly, down into the spaces between the hips and the base of the spine. Just noticing the relaxation coming through the body as it pours into the sits bones and down the thighs. Circulating through the knees, down through the calves and the shins, into the ankles, and down into the feet, straight into the tippy toes. And just feeling that energy filling all of the spaces. And bringing your awareness to the space at the bottom of the feet or at the sits bones, wherever you're touching the ground. Just noticing that space and imagining Earth's energy moving up into the body. Imagine that energy just moving all the way up into the body to the space of the heart, helping you to feel rooted and grounded, inviting Mother Earth to join you. And then imagining the space at the top of the head, inviting more source energy to pour down into the space of the heart. Source energy and earth energy joining together in that space. And just feeling the energy in the heart, knowing that you belong, knowing that you are one with all that is. And bringing your awareness to the space just in front of the forehead, I invite you to imagine a swirling ball of energy of all of your thoughts and ideas that surround your intention. Thinking about what you want to create. No matter how big or how small, just imagining that energy ball filling with your intention. And inviting that ball of energy down into the space of the heart, where it is enfolded in with the earth and source energy and the energy of you. The energy of your intention, of you, of earth, and of source gathering in that space. Feeling the love and belonging. Noticing that all four energies are mingling together and that all four of them belong. Noticing that energy in the heart as it expands, as it seems to get bigger, as it seems to vibrate faster. Noticing excitement, pleasure, love, and ease as it all generates within that space of the heart. Just feeling the sensation of your intention building with that energy. And I invite you to notice what you're noticing in the body. Inviting in the question, what is my next action step? What is the next thing? And as you listen, you may notice a sensation or imagery or certain thoughts. And you may notice your environment beginning to respond to that flow of energy. Whatever it is that you notice, ask yourself if you are willing to focus your attention there. Notice the willingness, notice the potential resistance, and remember that all of that belongs. And then we're going to invite that energy to stay in the space of the heart. And you can choose to stay in this space if you wish, and allow that vision or sensation to grow in intensity. Or I invite you to slowly open your eyes and grab a pen and journal or your typewriter and write down anything that you noticed. Anything that felt like what was next. And as you bring your awareness back to the eyes, and we give our cat a pet, I invite you to take action on what was next. And if what was next was to rest, or to pull cards, or to take a nap, or go for a walk, I invite you to trust that. And if what was next was to sit down and write, or create, or paint, or draw, I invite you to trust that and do that. And as you do what was next, I invite you to notice what you notice about the flow. I hope you have an incredible day. I love you. I believe in you, and I see your power.